I'm Dr. Angela Mackay, chiropractor and naturopathic physician, and it is Wake Up Wednesday. And if you are dealing with menopause, waking up may not be that easy. So a lot of times sleep disorders accompany menopause. Probably 61% of women have some insomnia at some point during the week while going through the transition to menopause. Insomnia is defined as taking longer than 30 minutes to fall asleep, getting less than 6 hours of sleep a night, waking up too early, not feeling refreshed after a full night's sleep, feeling sleepy and tired throughout the day, and having anxiety or worry about sleep, where you're looking at the clock every 5 minutes and stressing out because you're not falling asleep, which definitely doesn't help. Insomnia leads to being anxious or irritable or cranky. It can lead to brain fog, not being able to perform at work or at home, being forgetful, and just not managing your life very well. It can lead to headaches, anxiety. It can lead to eating more in an effort to try to find a boost or energy to make it through the day. And it can be really problematic for women going through menopause. During menopause, you start to diminish production of hormones. Everybody thinks of estrogen, but progesterone also starts to diminish. And progesterone is a hormone that supports sleep. It supports falling asleep, staying asleep, and relaxation. You also start to lose testosterone, and maybe you don't think about testosterone much because you think it's a male hormone, but testosterone can be important for giving you a boost of energy, for boosting your sex drive. And so without testosterone, you can really find that you're very droopy. You don't have the initiative, you don't have the drive, not just for your sex life, but for everything else too. Additionally, sleep can be disrupted by hot flashes. So if you're having hot flashes that wake you up at night, night sweats, that sort of thing, it's impossible to get good sleep if you're having to take the covers off, put the covers on, get up and change your pajamas, get up and change the sheets. And it can be very problematic and disruptive if you're waking up 3, 4, 5 times a night with hot flashes. Some things that can be disruptive for sleep that you have some control over can be any number of medications. So you want to evaluate what medications you are on, when you take them during the day, and if they can be disrupting your sleep. Supplements, a lot of times people think, oh, it's no big deal, it's over the counter, it's totally safe, it's natural, but that's not the case. Supplements do have an effect, herbs do have an effect, and you want to be careful with those as well because some of them can be problematic in terms of helping you get a good night's sleep. For instance, you don't want to take your B vitamins at nighttime. They're better to take in the morning. You would want to take magnesium in the evening though because it has a calming, relaxing effect that can help promote sleep. So diet can be really important. You want to avoid spicy foods at bedtime because this can sometimes lead to more hot flashes or night sweats. You want to not be too full when you go to bed, and you also don't want to be hungry because either way, that can keep you awake or wake you up. You don't want to exercise at bedtime or before bedtime. Exercise in general does help with falling asleep, staying asleep, and promoting a sense of well-being, but you don't want to get too revved up right before bedtime. So I'd say keep exercise at least 2 hours away from bedtime, if not further. Again, with diet too, another thing that can interfere with sleep is a nightly glass of wine. If you enjoy wine, that's fine. I would keep it to a minimum and away from bedtime. It may cause some relaxation initially, but it does tend to create poor sleep and wake people up. And for instance, I get really hot and flushed if I'm drinking any kind of alcohol, so it leads to more heat and more flushing and more sweating, potentially hot flashes at night. So maybe have it early on with dinner and only have 1 glass, or maybe only do it a few nights a week. But watch your alcohol consumption as well. You want to wear loose, comfortable clothing to bed, preferably natural fibers that breathe well. So we're talking cotton, bamboo is really wonderful, linen, those are all good. You don't want to sleep in polyester or polyester sheets. Those tend to trap in heat and make people really warm. You want to have a cool room, ideally set below 65 degrees to promote sleep and reduce hot flashes that way. You want to go to bed at a regularly scheduled time. So same bedtime every night. A lot of people recommend waking up the same time every day, even on the weekends. Don't mind if you sleep in a little bit, but you don't want to sleep 4 hours, 5 hours a night during the week and then 12 hours on the weekend. You want to balance that out a little bit and get 7 hours of sleep at least a night during the week, and 8 to 9 during the weekend, I think is fine. Additionally, if you're waking up with a headache or you're waking up and not feeling refreshed at all, you want to make sure that you rule out sleep apnea. You don't necessarily have to stop breathing. You don't necessarily have to snore to have sleep apnea, but it is one of the big things that can lead to high blood pressure and heart disease and all sorts of other things, but also leave you really tired, headachy, and unrefreshed during the day. So if you're not waking up feeling like you're rested at all, that's one big thing you want to talk about with your doctor. So hopefully that gives you some guidelines for starting to get some better sleep so that when it's next Wake Up Wednesday, you'll be right here, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed with me. Thanks.